up, nation? Hope you're having an awesome Wednesday. My name, of course, is Philip DeFranco, and this is where I talk about news, type stuff, and things that matter to me today. And before we get started, I have a quickie update. I saw some people say they wanted to go to DeFranco Does LA on May 9th, could not afford the tickets because they were broke-ass college kids. So I thought for funsies, let's give away a few tickets to the nation. So if you're within like 100 miles of LA, I have a submission form in the links down below. And make sure you can actually go. We only have a few of these, so I want it to be someone that is going to actually be able to enjoy it. And if you don't have anyone to go with, don't worry. 90% of the people don't, and then they go there and then they make new friends, and it's awesome. So there's that. But let's jump into the first story of the day. Now I want to talk about sex and virginity. Reason being is there's another story in the news today about a woman auctioning off her virginity. And that woman is 28-year-old Elizabeth Rain. She's a 28-year-old blonde medical student. She's actually very, very attractive. Although it is a little hard to tell because of the amount of Photoshop. The site has been up for a while, but the news today is that she showed off her face, and the bidding ends on May 7th. Now I don't mention this because I'm like, get your bids in. But what I want to talk about is everything that goes into it. The people that are bidding, the current highest bid is $550,000 for someone to take her virginity. And this has made a lot of people really angry. Here's a nice little bit from an opinion piece on this. I'm not a man of immense wealth, and even thinking about someone wasting $400,000 on ridding this girl of her virginity pisses me off. She just wants the money for the sake of having a bunch of fucking money. She harbors no greater cause or need for it. She's not in this to donate her earnings to fight hunger and change the world. And my response to people that would have that kind of thinking is, why the hell is it your deal anyway? It does amuse me to what extent it seems to bother some men when a woman takes control of her vagina. It's hers. As long as it abides by the law of whatever land she's in, it's her choice. In what world should she have to do something with the money so you approve? And of course, this is a part of my bigger opinion that sex for profit should be legalized. While I wouldn't want to take part in it personally, it would make everything safer. You could tax it. Everything's just a lot cleaner than it is today. And who the hell am I to say what should or should not go into a woman's happy fun time zone? Now, all of that said, as far as someone actually paying over $500,000 to do this, that's crazy. That's like buying an old Civic with an albeit really cool paint job so you can drive it to the store once and then destroy it, rather than buying like 25 Civics on different occasions that you can also have around, or a Bugatti so people know you're a rich asshole. It's just crazy to me. And guys, from there I want to share some stuff I love today, and Today in Awesome, sponsored by squarespace.com/Phil. Squarespace, of course, the fantastic all-in-one platform where you can make an easy professional website, portfolio, online store. I mean, I even use philipdefranco.squarespace.com to host galleries of photo shoots that I've done, cool behind the scenes. It's all beautiful, easy. Plans start at $8 a month, but you can get a trial without even having a credit card. And when you do use our URL, if you do decide to stick with it, you get 10% off. And the first bit of awesome today is from a YouTube channel we have featured before called Hello Denizen. Their first video we featured was video bubble porn, and today their new bit of awesome is tiny hamsters eating tiny burritos. What makes it even better is it says episode 1, which means this may be a series. Then in a bit of awesome sent to me from some of you lovely people in the nation is a Vine compilation that's actually really, really funny. It's a guy by the name of Andrew Marbach, and he is definitely one of my favorites now.
You think we could really get Christmas trees here?
Dude.
Yes.
Wait! Let's go!
Yes!
Then we have video game awesome because the lovely people at Nintendo, instead of having like a boring press conference about new features in Mario Kart 8, they made a 36-minute video that details stuff from the game. It goes in detail about the new items, tracks, the game's online modes, 2 new characters revealed, heavyweight driver Pink Gold Peach, lightweight driver Baby Rosalina, and I'm still very excited for this game to come out to justify my previous purchase of a Wii U. And the last bit of awesome today is gonna be our secret link of the day. Both because 1, I'm not sure I could legally put it in a YouTube video without being flagged, and 2, I want you to have to choose. Not just have it thrust on you, but choose to see this thing. So if you want to see that or any of the other stuff I shared or talked about today, links in the description as always. Then in super happy fun time tech news, some of you may still remember the Heartbleed security flaw. That of course was the flaw that compromised tons of websites on the internet, affected a lot of people. I mean, the websites affected were like Yahoo and Google. Well, now that things are calming down, websites have been fixing their issues, issuing patches. What the Pew Research Center found is that a lot of people that were affected can still be affected. The reason being is that all the sites affected in any capacity whatsoever recommended to their users that they change their password. Username and password info was a part of all the information that was available to anyone that was aware of this flaw. But it came out today they found that only around 39% of people actually changed their passwords. It's like being told by a time traveler that there's gonna be a drive-by on this street and you're like, cool story, bro, I'll take my chances. You might not get shot, but duck, you schmuck. And the main point of this story is I'm one of the schmucks and I'm changing my passwords right now, so maybe if you want, you can join me. And Nation, next, I want to talk about something that has me very conflicted. There was a convicted murderer by the name of Clayton Lockett. Clayton was an Oklahoma inmate who recently lost his legal battle to find out exactly which drugs would go into the lethal injection to kill him. But that's not the reason that he's in the news today. The reason is that during his lethal injection, something went wrong. According to reports, 10 minutes after the first 3 drugs went into his system, he was declared unconscious. But then just 3 minutes later, people said that he was breathing heavy, he was writhing, clenching his teeth, and straining to lift his head off the pillow, struggling against these restraints holding him to a gurney. Reportedly, they threw down the blinds so people couldn't see him as this happened. They halted the proceedings, but Lockett would still go on to have a heart attack and later die. Lockett's attorney saying it was a horrible thing to witness. This was totally botched. So this has led many people to go, well, what was in the drugs? This is just another reason that capital punishment shouldn't be a thing. While the officials, on the other hand, said it was not the drugs. Rather, they blamed a ruptured vein for the problems with the execution. So it wasn't the lethal drugs' fault, it was the vein the lethal drugs were going into. And Nation, that's where I find myself conflicted. Capital punishment is something I often ponder on, especially when you hear new estimates that came out this week that on death row, 4% of the people may be innocent. But then I remember why Lockett was on death row in the first place. He was convicted easily of kidnapping, beating, raping, shooting, and burying alive a 19-year-old girl. And I think to myself, well, if this was to mess up with anyone, at least it was with this man. I know it's not humane, I know it's not nice, but it is how I feel. And since this happened, the governor of Oklahoma has ordered a full review of Oklahoma's execution procedures. But Nation, I'd love to know your thoughts on everything we talked about today, but the big question I want to ask you with this, what do you think about the death penalty? Should it be a thing or no death penalty? Yes, death penalty, but you know, do it in a humane or go back to the olden ways? I'd love to know what you think and why in the comments down below. And today, thanks to our sponsor, squarespace.com/Phil, I wanted to be extra giving, so I'll be choosing one person randomly from the comments down below to win a PS4. Maybe while you're at it, hit the like button, favorite, subscribe, share the video. So there's that. But Nation, as always, my name's Philip DeFranco. You've just been filled in. I love yo faces, and I'll see you next time.